The phones are busy tonight.
Oh, transporters. I would never do a transporter. Doing a transporter opens up all sorts of philosophical questions, right? Because the idea behind a transporter is that a transporter breaks apart all your molecules and analyzes them and then recreates them exactly on the other side. But are you, is the person that comes out on the other side, is that even you? Because none of the bits of you are actually physically going to the place where it's been transported. They're basically disintegrating you and recreating you. But is the you that's been disintegrated dead at that point, right? I would think at that point, like if I walked into a transporter, I would die, I'd be disintegrated and would be gone. And then the perfect copy of me would have all of my memories and think that it's continuing, and it would continue, but that's not actually me, right? So realistically, every time you go into a transporter, you're basically walking into a suicide booth with a cloning facility on the other end. Hard pass. I'm with Bones McCoy. Put me in a shuttle. Put me in a shuttle. I will pass. All right, guys. I am Norm. This is Norm Can Shoot, and we are back for Ferengi Friday. A little bit later today. I apologize. I had stuff going on. Yeah, last episode, oh boy, everybody. We released our third album, and it was better than the fourth, but still fairly lackluster. We cracked the top 400, but then we pretty much immediately fell directly out of the top 400 almost right away. We're getting no traction whatsoever. So it's made me a little bit nervous for hitting our goal. We've only got 2 more albums to potentially reach our goal, and that seems very much out of reach at this point. But we are not going to be undeterred. In the spirit of Star Trek, we are going to soldier on with our 5-year mission, in this case a 5-album mission, and we are going to try to reach that goal of a #1 hit worldwide. #1 release. Seems illogical, but we're going to give it a try. At the last episode, we finished the tour in support of the third album, so that's all done. So this episode, we need to, most importantly, get a new crewmate in there. Is that going to be Uhura? Is that going to be Bones? Is it going to be Sulu? Who's to say? Who's to say? We're going to try and see what we can find. And we need a bass. We need a lead guitarist, and we need a drummer. So either of those 2 options. And then, of course, we have to try and get material for the next album. And as we have learned from this exercise, we need to really put pedal to the metal, because we can't let our popularity drop too low before we get to the next album release. And we also have to make sure that we have much better quality songs. I think our last album, we had 150 plus and then a bunch of 40s, and it did better than the last album. But if we're going to get to that next level of success, we are going to need to really try and grind out some songs. How we're going to do that, I haven't the foggiest. I think a lot of it is going to come down to luck, and it's going to come down through grinding a lot of inspiration trying to get this done. So we'll see what we can do. But first things first, let's get into the game and let us try and get a new crew member. So let's beam on over. This will mean nothing to people watching this in the future on YouTube, but I have had a heck of a time trying to get everything sorted out for YouTube. I had uploaded. I was behind already because I went away for the weekend and I had some other things going on, so I was a little bit behind in terms of getting these things uploaded. And then I finally uploaded not the last one, but the previous one. I'm that far behind. The previous episode, and I got a copyright strike from the Red Army Choir. So I had to fix it. And then when I was trying to fix it, I had issues in my editor, and then it didn't render properly. I had to restart the process all over. It's a hot mess. But I think we have it sorted now. I'm going to upload it after I'm done the stream here. So you'll be watching that. And then I have 2 more after that. So I'm going to try, maybe this weekend, I'm going to try and just plow through and get all these 3 ready to go. We'll have bang, bang, bang. We'll just get these bad boys out and out there. And then hopefully at that point, we can kind of get back on a more regular schedule of the releases. So my apologies to anybody who's been following on YouTube, who has been patiently waiting for my content. It's mostly me just being dumb. You probably guessed that, but it's mostly my own incompetence. So there you go. All right. Here is the band as we have right now. We have James Tiberius Kirk. We have Buff Spock. And we have Scotty. All right. But that is not enough. That clearly was not enough. Oh, look at the state of that van. All right. Well, we know where stop 1 is going to be. It is going to be the garage. If we can make it there without bursting into flames, we will go to the garage. We're going to very gingerly go around these corners because we cannot hit anything. Brett, buddy, help us out. Be a bro. Much better. Much better. Much better. All right, now let's start looking to see if we can't find a new crew member. All right, so we are looking for a guitarist, or we are looking for a drummer. I will accept male and females because, again, we need anybody. We could throw Hura in there. Although, again, if we do get a female and she's like super white, it's going to be really awkward for me to try and make that Uhura. Let's be honest. So, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Shark and Benj, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. My apologies for running a little bit later tonight. Although, to tell you the truth, oh my god, I was rushing around. I had no time to make anything. I knew I wasn't going to have any time to make any food. And so I just did like a skip the dishes. I ordered food from a delivery service. And I got Swiss Chalet, all right? Now, if you're not Canadian, you don't... I mean, every Canadian knows what Swiss Chalet is. Mwah, okay? If you're not a Canadian, Swiss Chalet, it's a rotisserie chicken place, all right? Super good. I haven't got it in ages, so I thought, oh, let's get some Swiss Chalet. So here I am, but then by the time it shows up, it's late getting here. So by the time it shows up, I'm like rushing around trying to get ready for the stream. So I'm like mowing down this rotisserie chicken, you know what I mean? And it's so good, and all the big fries and the chalet sauce, the special sauce that they give is so good. And then now it's like sitting like a brick of concrete inside of me. So I am sitting here doing this stream, I mean, ready to just pass out from a food coma. So if I suddenly slump over in the chair and the stream abruptly ends, that's the reason. You can blame the delicious Swiss Chalet. There's my free promo of the day. Get on it, Swiss Chalet. I will take coupons, okay, in exchange for these advertisements. Okay, let's take a look at what we want. Drummer, looking for a band. Bit of a show off is fine. That's no problem. Veteran drummer is better. Full notebook lyrics, no. We want no lyricists and no musicians. Well, they're musicians, but you know what I mean. No one who writes music. Experienced drummer ready to rock. I like to fix things. That's fine. Veteran drummer ready to rock. Lay down some tracks. That's also, I mean, not necessary, but fine. Lay down tracks. Fix things. No slackers. Career-minded. Born a natural musician. That we don't want, because that's going to be lyric writing, I'm guessing. Ready to rock. No lyricists, no lyricists. Okay, so we have a bunch of options there at drummer. So that's fine. We can take a look at those. Experienced guitarist, ready to rock. I love the studio. Okay. Lay down some tracks. Like to fix things. Drug-free. Love to jam. I'd have to check and see. I'm not sure if that's... Bit of a show-off is fine. Lyricist is no good. And maintaining gear. Okay, let's look at drummers. I feel like the band needs a drummer. You know what I mean? You can't just play. You need the drums are like the bones of a song. You got to have some drumming. All right, so let's take a look at the veteran drummers. We can't do that one. Experienced drummer likes to fix things. Veteran drummer likes to lay down some tracks. All right, let's just go with these here. Let's look at this one here. I mean, there's no way to tell except just recruiting them. So I'm just going to keep recruiting them and firing them. And then we're probably going to have to redo all of our songs. But that's fine. Oh, hello. Okay. You know what? That works for Uhura. That works for Uhura. I mean, the hair, obviously. We need a change on the hair. But that'll do for Uhura. She's not very good. And repairing is not something that we particularly need as a skill. But that said, we can work with this. We can work with this. All right, excellent. What was Uhura's name? Oh, this is horrible. Hang on a second. Everyone just called her Uhura. What was her first? I know they made a whole big thing about it. Hang on. Let me check and see. Nyota Uhura. Okay. Change name to Nyota Uhura. Boom. Although it seems silly calling her, because she's only going to display as Nyota, but that's okay. We know who that is. That's fine. Appearance. Let's see. Okay, first of all, that hair. I'm sorry. That hair is not Uhurish. Let's change the eyebrows to a regular color. Thank you. Not bright red. Okay. Now, I don't think that we're going to have any of the classic Uhura hairstyles, but, I mean, let's just see. First of all, let's change it to the correct color. There we go. Definitely not that. That is not Uhura. I mean, we're probably... I mean, maybe... I mean, again, none of these are going to be correct, right? None of these are going to be Uhurish, to coin a phrase. But we'll try to find the most Uhura-y. Hang on, let me see if I can't... I mean, because basically she had... It was kind of... She had a bit of a beehive at a certain point. She had kind of more of a bouffant kind of hair going on there, like a big hair action. Tied up in a bun. I mean, none of these are Uhura. None of these are Uhura. I feel like maybe the... Nah. Where was the other one? I think maybe that's as close as we're going to get, but not really. I mean, none of these are good. None of these are good. But realistically, I can't expect them to have, you know, proper Uhura attire. Okay, well, listen. That's fine. That's good enough. Now, traditionally, we have a custom t-shirt made for each member. That would take away a little bit from the traditional Uhura red skirt kind of look. But I think if we could find a red skirt and a red t-shirt with the custom logo on it, I think that might be a fair compromise. So we'll have to go to a clothing store and get that sorted out. But okay, listen. I mean, we've got some work to do. She's low level. Her stats all stink. So we're going to have to really, really push to work her up. But I'm happy with that. We're definitely going to change this partying out of here. Let's change this partying into happiness. There we go. And while we are here at the Deluxe Music Store, let's see what we've got for drums. +2 playing. That's not going to do the trick. That's not going to do the trick. 9 writing music. 9. Wow, and it's red and everything. Perfect with the colors. What? Listen, guys, I'm going to take this good luck. This is some good fortune going on here. Right now, good fortune. 998 and it's red. It's perfect. Perfect. I don't need to buy anything else. It's perfect. You can get lost, ugly purple one. Nobody needs you. All right. Let's take a look. We have Those are good for playing. Any for stage presence? Nothing. We got, these are terrible symbols, so we'll just have to use those ones for now. Drumsticks. Let's just take a look at what we got for drumsticks. Anything? +1 playing, +2 writing music, +1 stage presence. Ugh. Where's the +1 playing? We'll get a bunch of those. We'll have to get better ones for that, I think. Those ones stink. Wow, there is nothing here for drum heads. Look at this. This is crazy. This is the deluxe music store too, and we're getting no options. So we'll have to get some better equipment for her for sure. Let's get some of these though. All right, there's +6 playing. There's +6 music writing. And +5 stage presence. We are going to refurbish everything. I think Spock is, yeah, Spock's got lots of stuff, so we're fine there. All right, so we're in pretty good shape. She needs some more. Her cymbals and drum heads and drumsticks are not fantastic, but her kit is fine. Her effects are fine. So it's all positive. Let's go to... All right, let's go design the t-shirt. I downloaded something which I think might work for an Uhura t-shirt, just in case we happen to get Uhura. All right, so we're going to go to t-shirt designer. We're going to remove that. We're going to add a photo. Boom. We're going to reduce the size so it actually fits. A tribble is the love that money can buy. Star Trek. A beautiful. The background color, of course, we're going to have to make it red to match her uniform, but I kind of like it. I'm digging it. And I managed to not screw up the transparency aspect as well. So there we go. Even better. I like it. Oh, wait, I screwed up. Yes, I do want to buy that. Uhura. Nailed it. Now we need to go to a clothing store. See if we can't find an appropriate skirt. Okay, so we've got Uhura here. First of all, we will put on... how do we put the custom t-shirt on again? Why am I dumb and I can't do this? Why can't I put on a custom t-shirt? Here we go. Here we go. There we go. That's the ticket. That's the ticket. Okay. So we got that. Now we got to try and find... If we can find a red skirt that would flow seamlessly in there, I think we might be good. So let's try our luck here. I might have to change the thing to color match a little bit, but we're getting there. The design is getting a little bit twisted a bit only because of boobage, but you know what? That's just something we're gonna have to live with. Okay, we want skirts. Red skirts. Okay, we don't want the leather. I'd rather... Oh god, okay. I mean, we have that, but that's not exactly what I'm looking for. I mean, I'd like just a red mini skirt would be great, right? Because if that was red, that would, I mean, it's not seamless, but it's not bad. I mean, the advantage of the red pleated is that it blends in better with the with this here. But I mean, listen, Uhura was famous for the very very 60s sexist super short minis. This kind of just doesn't look quite the same. So okay, so we need to find just a red mini. So there's nothing there. Let's try the next. Let's try Tim's Fashions. See if we can't get it. Oh, I forgot to look for boots too. We gotta look for some decent boots. Okay, we're gonna look for. They have no skirts at Tim's. We got bike shorts, spandex. We got no shirt. Okay, nothing at all. What about boots? We want some black boots. Right, that's a possibility. High heel tall. I mean, a black high heel tall, maybe. I think that's probably. Oh, not for. Hang on, sorry. It helps maybe if I pick the right person. There we go. Maybe that's why we couldn't find the skirts. Hang on. Right? I mean, that's not exactly Starfleet issue, but I think that's pretty close. There we go. That's why I couldn't find skirts. Although, why can't I put a skirt on Kirk if I want to? There shouldn't be any restrictions there. I guess probably from a character model perspective might be a problem, but I don't think it should be an issue. Black mini skirt. I mean, I like the look of the black mini skirt. It's not like Starfleet issue, but there's the red mini skirt. I think that's probably pretty good. This is where I wish we had belts or something that I could kind of cover up that, you know, that fraying out of the t-shirt a little bit, or if there was a way to tuck that in, I guess, if that makes any sense, you know? Okay, well, let's buy these. Those are easy wins. Right? Like, is there a way to... Yeah, there's no option for that. Okay, but listen, I think that's pretty good. I think that's not too bad. All right, we have a drummer. Excellent. Now let's head home real quick and kind of figure out what we're doing. Because now what we need to do is we need to get some inspiration and we need to write songs. And we need to do it lickety-split. Bang, bang, bang. We got no time for messing around here. Let's see what we're working with here. Already, Uhura is contributing some ideas. So that's all positive. All right, so we're going to have to... I mean, she's going to be so low right now. We're going to need to practice songs. Because all of our songs to play skill is going to be... Actually, it's not as bad as I was expecting it to be. We got lucky because we got her on the first one. We didn't have to cycle through a bunch of them before we found the right person. So we did luck out a little bit there. Yeah, but we are going to have to do some work here, I think, to get this going. So we'll do some practice and then we will... Hang on, let me see the city guide. I don't want to have like a 2-week period of practice where we're losing inspiration or we're losing ideas. I still want to keep the inspiration going as we're practicing. So if we can see some shows as well, right? It looks like Monday, Tuesday, and then we got a gap of Wednesday, Thursday. But let's at least dumb stages, expire in trousers, smoke under back the shrill sticks, the wet friends. Ew. Neat waste. I think we're gonna do dumb stages. Okay, we're gonna look there. Tuesday, educated lip during the upset sheep, the practical transport, neat waste, tend from opinion, and the bewildered army. Let's do that one. And then Friday, we have obviously a battle of the bands, which we're gonna do that one. And then Saturday, there is yet another Battle of the Bands. Obviously, we're going to do that one. Okay. So we're booked for today. We'll just do some practicing. Practice, practice, practice. Oh, crap. Our play skill is going to be capped out because she's so terrible at playing. Oof, that's good, especially for these higher difficulty songs. Okay, this could be a problem. Could be a problem. We'll have to get her leveled up quickly. All right, for now.
Shady O'Grady here. I could use a good workout. I'll meet you in the pit.
Yeah, for now, let's, hang on. Let's just go to the gig. We'll watch the show. Get some inspiration going. Ooh, look at the show here. We got some pyrotechnics and everything. Excellent. Good job. Good job, Dumb Stages. 35 inspiration. I'll take it. And then we have some more practice. Okay, we'll watch another concert. This is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna try and keep going with the shows to get the inspiration up. We're gonna practice in the evenings. And then once we've got kind of a little stash of shows, and then hopefully she's been pumped up a couple of levels, we're gonna need to book a tour. We're gonna have to book a tour, because that's how we're really gonna start getting the inspiration, how we're really gonna get her experience up, most importantly. So, that is the goal. Okay, we can practice a couple of days here because we got nothing on Wednesday, Thursday. Let's practice for another day here. Battle of the Bands. All right. Place your bets. Place your bets. We got shirt. Yeah, I need to get some instruments, but that's not a bad idea to do some busking. That's a good idea, Shark. I haven't got instruments for her for busking, I think, but I'll take a look and see. But yeah, that's a good idea. Get that play skill up. Okay, for the Battle of Bands, we have Shirt Beside the Mother, strange. Stations in the Learning, nonsensical. Build Against Button, also dumb. And the Proud Force, well, you know where my loyalties are gonna lie. It's gonna be with the Proud Force. But place your bets if you have a differing opinion. Proud Force. I mean, you can't go wrong for Proud Force. Proud Force sounds like a LGBTQ plus like superhero team, and I am all for it. I am behind it. Hometown Pride. What else? What else you guys talking about? Look at that dirty hippie. Get out of here. What else are we talking about? What's going on in the corner here? Oh, is that one of our shirts underneath there? It is. That the band shirt underneath the blazer. Open the blazer. Let people see the shirt. There's another band shirt. Happiness. We already know. I love the blue afro. Hello. That's fantastic. All right, we got a couple of shirts for us here. Perfect. We're not even playing tonight. This is just fans in general. They love us here. They love us here in Washington. I was gonna move after each album. I was gonna move, but the moving is too much of a pain in the butt, if I'm being honest. We're already in a big city right now. I think we're gonna leave it for this one. We might move for the final album, but it just makes it a nightmare in terms of,
It's the weird,
you know, I'm already having issues with popularity. I don't want to take the risk of moving again. All right. Let's head home. We're gonna practice. No, that's what I want. Thank you. Another Battle of Bands. Mute Meat. Ooh, I like that. Mute Meat, the revolutionary designs, the closed spring, and the fresh tins. I think I'm kind of... I mean, they're at 0 popularity, so they're almost certainly not going to win. But I'm... listen. Mute Meat. Mute Meat. We were right. Proud Force won, right? I don't think I mentioned it, but... I mean, how can I not do Mute Meat? Happiness, happiness. What about you, Mr. Bowler? Consumerism. Okay. There's a little tip-off. Consumerism. Hometown Pride, we already know. Consumerism. Okay, we got to keep an eye on the old consumerism then. Can we change any attitudes here? Let's change socialism to... Oh, socialism's the opposite of consumerism. Okay, well, that's not ideal then. Never mind. Can anybody else change? We can change outer space to consumerism. Boom. There we go. Let's get Scotty ready to go. Let's watch the show. Who's it going to be? I'm hoping for a mutant meat, but it's almost certainly not going to be mutant meat. If it is, it'll be an impressive come-from-behind victory. The Fresh Tins won, but that's okay. A good effort. Look at all the inspiration. Look at all the inspiration. We are ready to write some songs. Yeah, Law and Order in Washington, D.C. I don't know if that necessarily goes the same way. Or socialism in Washington, D.C. would be great. I mean, listen, Bernie's trying. He's trying, but he's not, he's making some progress, but I don't know if he's made that much progress yet. All right, 39 new songwriting ideas. Here we go. That's what we're talking about. We got some matching 10s right off the bat. Look at that. A 20. Skadoosh. Okay. Here we go. All positive. Do some hometown pride songs here. What else we got? Happiness. Everyone loves happiness. Education, sure. Look at that. 10. Oh, this is great. Maybe having more people is the key. I guess if you've got 39, if you get 39 per, you know, because you're getting basically at full, you're getting 10 from each band member. So if you're getting that many ideas, it's just more potential for matching, right? So maybe the fourth member is what we need. Maybe that's what we need to really start. Like, look at this. Look at the matching 10s. Look at this. We got a 15 up here. This is unprecedented in this playthrough so far. Fantastic. Okay, that 10 is about to go. So we're going to get rid of that 6, and we're going to put that 10. We're going to save that 10. That 10 we still got 2 weeks on. We got 2 weeks on that 15. All right, so we're okay. We're okay for those. But yeah, that was excellent. We got some 20s. Very nice. Very nice. Exactly what I like to see. Okay, we're going to keep practicing here. Phasers on stun. I mean, listen, it's dead in the water. Let's get real. It's dead in the water. Okay, there's not a lot going on midweek here again. So okay, I think what I'm going to do, we have a number of songs ready to go, I think, from a playing perspective. We have certainly enough to put together a set list. So let's get the manager on doing a short tour. We're just going to do a little 2-week tour. We're going to do the same thing, 2 weeks on, 1 week off, that kind of idea. And then for the rest of this week, we will continue to watch shows for inspiration. We'll get some instruments. Thank you, Shark, for the heads up. And we will maybe do a little bit of busking during the week as well. We'll do everything we can, but let's get the tour booked. We'll start on the 16th to the 30th. That's fine. That's a good 2-week tour. And let's try and find... Where are we going to start here? We don't need to go crazy with... you know, I'd like to find a 40 plus, but we don't have to go mental here. Trying to find a 70 plus. I mean, listen, if we find... Look, there's the Comfortable Feelings. We can tour with them again. Let's do that just because it'll get the Uhura leveled up quicker being on a big tour, because when she plays those big shows, she's going to gain tons of experience. So that's really, we need to get her up to snuff. Okay. The hailing Frequencies, open tour. Okay. Assign that task. He's going to get to work. We are going to, tonight, we're going to go see the Secret Cats. A favorite. Ghettos under the army, giant backs or cloths with ring, lovely pocket, sour clouds, hard regrets. I kind of like that. That's Friday. Hang on. Tuesday, we only have this option for Ghettos under the army, so we're going to watch that. Japanese oven. Let's see. Look at all these. Machine around computer. Giggle instead of support. Oh, that seems... So if someone comes to you looking for help, just giggle instead of supporting them. That's fine. But it's okay because you've got the encouraging balloon to help you out. So it all comes around. All right, this group tells a story, so we're gonna have to go to Peter's. All right, and then on Saturday, what do we got? Parallel skins, fresh tints, confused decision, ancient pain, fragile swims, Japanese ovens, lucky days, open designs, lay before transport, damp statements, small wood, right organizations. Let's go see our good buddies mute meet again. There we go. Okay, we're booked. We are booked. For now, let's go to the music shop and get us some instruments. So that we can try and do some busking. Spock already has one. Scotty, do they have those for keyboards? Do they have like busking keyboards? Can keyboard people even busk? I don't understand. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to leave that. And drums, we need some bongos here, I'm guessing. Where's all the bongos at, man? Am I just dumb? Am I looking in the right place, or is there no bongo drums here? Oh, the deluxe. Oh, I did deluxe. I didn't realize I was at a deluxe. Okay, thank you. It's like, am I losing my mind? What's going on here? Max is deluxe. Where's a cheapo? Stewart's discount music. That's exactly what I need. Right there, Stu. Your crappiest instruments, garçon. Okay. Here we go. Grandpa's synth. That's what we need right there. Boom. Purchased. And some bongos. Purchased. Refurbish all. And we should be ready to busk. We just need to do probably some landscaping first. It's parked. We're gonna have to landscape first. Yeah, it's been a while since I did any busking. So, because we couldn't really do busking when we started with just Kirk. So, there was no show tonight, so we're just gonna do some practicing. Oh, I haven't mentioned it, but we are, if you're watching this in the future on YouTube, we are recording this on August 13th, and yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of the release of Rising Star 2, a monumental occasion. All right, Todd put out a couple of nice, very interesting videos he put out, which kind of showed, explaining his progression as a game developer, and then the progression specifically of Rising Star 2. And it really, when he actually was breaking down all the different updates and so forth, talking about all the different things he's added, it really, yeah, I mean, because we play it all the time, you forget, you know what I mean? How much has been added to this since day one. Like, I loved it on day one, and he's just been adding consistently since then. I think he said there was something like 80-something things that were added to the game since he started, which is amazing. And like I say, Rising Star 2 is a special place in my heart because the 1 year anniversary made me realize, because really I started playing the game on release, and I enjoyed it so much that I started a Twitch channel to stream it because I didn't see anybody else really streaming it at the time. I mean, it was early days, obviously, so nobody was. But so I mean, my first stream was, I mean, the game released August 12th, and I think my first stream was like the 23rd, 24th, so like 2 weeks later. After the game released, I started streaming, and I've been streaming it nonstop ever since, like a crazy person. So listen, Rising Star 2, if it wasn't for this game, I wouldn't be on Twitch. I wouldn't be on YouTube. I wouldn't be any of that stuff. You know what I mean? So what are you gonna do? Oh, look at this. DB Gaming. Dave, how are you, sir? How are you, sir? We are just talking about the wonderful 1 year anniversary of this fantastic game, Rising Star 2. All right, and so how am I celebrating it? By forgetting how to busk. Thankfully, Shark is here to remind me of all the things that I clearly should know by this point. How are you doing, Dave? You guys all know to follow. You guys all know to follow DBGaming_TTV. You guys all know this by now. All right, Dieter Maple. Ohio, Michigan, we're zipping up into Ontario, into Quebec, and then back down again. Beautiful. Nice little tour. Nice little tour. All right. Let's see if we can busk. Let's see if we can get our busk on. This will be the first official busk of this playthrough, weirdly. At like episode 12 or whatever the hell episode we're at now. Busk. There you go. There you go. It's a jam. Look at Scotty. Scotty putting in the little space synth going on. Fantastic. Fantastic. If people don't get Dave's joke, ask your dad. Okay, we got that. We got that. We are gonna go to the Secret Cats show. Well, I mean, the hope is that because the game is on sale for a couple of days here for the 1 year anniversary, I'm hoping that it's going to bring in a few more people as well to the game. So if anybody's watching this because you're new to the game and you're not sure about whether you want to buy it, and for some reason you're starting at episode, whatever the episode this is, instead of the beginning, just buy it. It's great. It's a great game. Practice time. Boom, boom. We'll just get caught up on all these. Excellent. Okay. Is it gonna let us busk again? Let's see. Let's see. I was digging that song. That song was doing it for me. Busk it. Right? Right? That's a jam. What's interesting about that is that I feel like it's only... I would love to hear that song like different, you know, like if I didn't have... if instead of getting Uhura, if I had gotten a guitarist, that would be a totally different song, right? Because it would have a guitar bit and it wouldn't have a drum bit, right? I haven't done enough busking. I tend to skip the busking, and I shouldn't. I should not do that. All right, let's go to the show. Ghettos Under the Army. Is it always the same song? I mean, it's a jam regardless, is the
It's
point.
weird
But
part of the night. You're with Shady.
again, you know, the game, I wish the biggest, and I didn't foresee this as a problem, but the biggest problem with playing this game primarily on stream is that I have all these downloaded classic rock and metal songs ready to go in my folder that I have to disable from the custom music so I don't get DCMA'd. So like when and because I play this like twice a week on stream, I don't really play a ton off stream. I feel like it just kind of, it wears me out from the game a little bit. Like I'd rather stay fresh with the game. So I don't play it a ton off stream, but when I do, like the first thing I do is I switch on that custom music because it's so much more fun listening to like the real jams, you know what I mean? So, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Like I say, I got a copyright strike for playing a commie song. I played the Soviet national anthem in a YouTube video. Thankfully, I didn't. The claim hit before I released the video. It was on private, so I've been able to fix it. So that'll be up. So instead, the way to get around it is that instead of using the one that I used was the Soviet national anthem as voiced by the Red Army Choir. And so they did that. But what I did instead is I replaced it with the Soviet national anthem, the instrumental version that they use just for the Olympics or for whatever. It's like the standard, bog standard kind of like, I believe, copyright free instrumental version of their anthem. So I think it sounded much cooler with the Red Army Choir, in fairness. You know, shout out to the Red Army Choir if you're still around, okay? But that said, at least I'll be able to get the video out. So we'll do that. That'll be up tomorrow, probably. What am I doing? I'm practicing. That's what I'm doing. Boop, boop. Boopity boop, boop. Just keep these up to date. Oh. Yeah, this is the same bot from yesterday. Get out of here. It's not the same guy, but it's the same nonsense. Hang on. Let me ban him. Let me ban him. Oh, his account's already suspended. I don't even have a chance to ban him. It's not letting me ban him because the account's suspended. All right, well, whatever. It's a bot. What are you gonna do? I don't have a stream deck. I keep wanting to get a stream deck because I have a whole bunch of. I haven't used them in ages actually, but I've got a bunch of like we got Picard, right? We got that, and we got.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. We even got some. We got some Star Wars stuff in here too.
You have failed me for the last time.
Right? So I've got some of these things here. There's all sorts of cool things I could do. So I do need to get a stream deck. I think that would probably help. That's probably next on my list for purchases. But just so I can do more. You know, I figure like I annoy you guys with my normal streaming, but I'm like, how can I annoy the people who come to see me even more? I know zany sound effects and green screen cutaways on a constant button push basis, right? Exactly. So yeah, I do want to get it. You don't run a stream deck, do you, DB? For yours? I know you got your cool like wheel thing for your American truck driving thing where you've got like an actual like steering wheel and like shifter and shit. That's pretty awesome. That to me, like I'd only get one of the truck simulator games if I also got that wheel. If I got that wheel, I'll be, okay, that's pretty cool. I don't drive, so that would be as close to that kind of experience as I get. So oh, there's DMCA music free from Elgato. Yeah, I mean, but I find that a lot of the DMCA free music, kind of crappy. It just kind of sounds like the generic stuff that runs behind every YouTube video that I just want to just blow my brains out every time I hear it, you know? So it's tough. It's much nicer. Listen, I much prefer cruising around the streets on Rising Star 2 with you know, a little Ozzy in the background, a little Van Halen in the background. You know what I mean? Like, you know, some of the good stuff. Some of the good stuff. Every cover from 2 Minutes to Late Night. Nyota's not feeling well. Well, suck it up, Nyota. You got to gain some levels. So. Oh, okay, I'll have to. I didn't really notice. I'll have to take a look at those and see. I think I probably heard the music before, but didn't really clue in. I guess that it was for like DMCA stuff. Oh, was that you? Shark, was that you who had I was wondering, like, when he was talking about he didn't think someone was gonna make over like $2 billion. Was that you? Oh my god. Let me, like, every time I look back at what the kinds of things that I've accomplished in all these streams, they're so minor compared to, like, you hear about like like Shark making $2 billion, or DB like getting a house in, was it UDB that got a house in like every city in the world, like all these crazy stuff that people do, and I'm like, man, I'm just such small potatoes in terms of my accomplishments. I haven't done anything that crazy. Oh, that's good to know, DB. I'll have to check that out and see. Just because, you know, like I actually weirdly I kind of like the Rising Star 2 stuff, but it does get repetitive, you know what I mean? I think I'm just used to it. I've been playing the game so long that it just you know, I just, it's kind of white noise, you know? The first place the band is now up to 287 million in sales. Good lord. Good lord. This is why it's in a way, as much as I would love for Shark to be streaming, it's a good thing, because why would you watch this when Shark's doing crazy stuff like that, right? Put me out of business and start streaming, damn it, Shark. All right. Oh, Dawn, it was Dawn. I knew it was one of you guys. One of you guys had done that, which is less mental, but mental in the best possible way. All right, let's see if we can busk again. But again, this is what's great about the game, is that there's like so much weird stuff you can do. You know what I mean?
And you know what that means. No pants till
And
Monday.
you know, he's gonna keep on developing. There's more and more stuff going on. I'm just digging the kind of like the MIDI synth kind of vibe going on there. All right, this is a battle of bands, I think. Is it? Let me double check here before we get in here. No, this isn't a battle of bands. My mistake. Watch the show. Machine Around Computer. Yeah, I think like some of the, like, I've never been in games, any games. I've never been an achievement guy. Like, I know a lot of people get the game and they like want to get like every achievement and stuff as a goal, but I never really pay attention to achievements for the most part. So
It's a nice cool night. Perfect for cruising
but
around with the windows
I will
down.
admit a little bit of jealousy about those kinds of things. When you see someone doing something like that's a huge you know, that's a huge thing. That's no small feat for either of those things, to get a house in every city or to make like all that money. It's just, you know, that's weirdly impressive. I mean, considering it's a fake little game about about fake rock bands, it's still an accomplishment, damn it. All right. Tour is going to start next week, so let's just keep these going. Keep everything up to snuff. Do a little more busking. Anything we can do to get that get those playing up. I'll check before the tour. I need to make sure I check my t-shirts and so forth, make sure I'm okay. Fine assortment of Star Trek t-shirts for sale. Very nice. Okay, off to Joel's bar.
Hey, have you been in here before?
Yeah.
Check out tonight's band.
That's
Get to know
literally,
them.
it's literally while I'm here. It's literally why I'm here. Seen a couple of our shirts there. Very good. Fine taste, young madam. Oh, no Shady Award. I honestly, I really think that I just lucked out on that Shady Award. I think it was just pure dumb luck that I got it. It's going to set me up for such defeat because now I'm like hardly ever going to get nominated. I'm never going to win one again. You know, here I am thinking, oh, whatever. It was like my second nomination. I won. It's easy peasy, no problem. And I'm probably never going to win again for the next 100 tries. But who knows? Who knows? I'd like to win one on this playthrough. I would love for one of the original cast. You know, we had Kira win last time. I'd like to have one of the OGs win. But we shall see. We shall see. That's going to be a tall order at this point, I think, but you never know. All right. I'm just going to just practice just to get to the next day. We'll get this party started. Got to get to Cleveland. Dawn has 3. What is Dawn doing over there, man? He's an animal. Animal. Isaiah Riles. Okay, let's clear this set list. We got to figure out what the heck we're doing here. Okay, Journey to Babel, Devil in the Dark is in theme. Cat's Paw and Amok Time. Okay. Journey to Babel. We'll do Court Martial, Amok Time, Squire of Gotham. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, Cat's Paw, and then tomorrow was yesterday. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try that. See how that works. Banner. Oh, I didn't really think about this, did I? I'm gonna do the Phasers on Stun tour. I'll have to make another. Oh man, I'll have to make another banner. But I love the Phasers on Stun, so let's just do that one. Just because I like that banner so much. We're still trying to promote the album. But look how slick that banner is. Right? Look at that. Look at that. It's a thing of beauty. Oh, it's good to see a drummer up on stage, too. Level up, that's almost certainly going to be Uhura. Oh, everybody's full of inspiration. Well, well, well. I think it is time. Let's first of all, let's level her up. We need to get her playing and stage presence up. Oh, she gained a couple of levels there. Oh, okay, even better. Excellent. Okay, let's hit a hotel, cash in that inspiration, and see what we got. I got a feeling we're gonna be doing well in the songwriting here. I got a good feeling. We had a good opening salvo. Write a song. 40 new ideas. Let's check out the wiggles here. Let's look for some. Okay, there's no high level wiggles yet, but we can get there. Okay, there's 6 from Scotty. All right, very good. Okay, we'll do another happiness song. That's a 10. I like it. More happiness. Education, sure. Boom, we got that up to a 10. I was hoping for a 15, but what are you gonna do? Okay. Did I lose a 15? Oh no, it's here. I'm gonna drop that down. We got 5 days on that 10. Let's I don't want to lose that, so let's put that in there. That one I've still got 14 days, so we're okay on. Hang on, my headset's telling me that batteries are low because for all my running around, I forgot to actually charge my headset again, of course. So bear with me 1 second. Let's pretend like Norm's a professional streamer. There we go. Beautiful. Excellent. Listen, I did a stream yesterday. I did my Crusader Kings 3 stream, and I spent most of the stream being annoyed by and trying to murder a fly. And the worst part is after the stream was done, I actively hunted this fly for, I mean, too long of a time to tell you without being completely embarrassed by. Could not kill it. I could not get it. I could not kill it. I haven't seen it all day, and it hasn't shown up yet. So my only hope is that it either escaped or it died of natural causes. Smugly falling to its death in a windowsill somewhere, knowing that it had bested me for days, but it's not here. So I'm less distracted. I'm more focused on this stream. R.I.P. Fly, wherever you are. A worthy adversary. Okay. Detroit. Jacqueline Pearsall Arena. World famous. We'll just keep the same set. Again, these big gigs are perfect because it'll just power level us through those first, it'll take a while for Uhura to get caught up properly, but it'll at least get her to a level where we can actually practice songs and play things without it, being a real problem.
It's a nice, cool night. Perfect.
Right, that's the important thing. We got to get that play skill up.
And the system up. Shady O'Grady here, saying,
okay.
Have a great night.
Next up, where are we going? Where the heck are we going? Kitchener, Ontario. Wilson Lavoie Theater. In other rock and roll news, I was in a group chat with a bunch of my friends, and I honestly don't remember how it started. But we started texting each other embarrassing photos of Mick Jagger. We would find the craziest, weirdest picture of Mick Jagger that we could find, and then try to top the last one. And it went to some strange places, I'm not gonna lie. It went to some very strange places. I don't know why that started, but I'm glad it did. If you do a Google image search on Mick Jagger, and you're gonna find some weird stuff, let me tell you. Another level. We're just gonna get level up after level up after level up, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I might need to bump that a little bit.
It's Shady O'Grady doing the night shift on Stranded Radio.
I'm just getting her playing skill up. That's really the key thing right now, is the playing skill. Oh, that's an idea too. I keep forgetting that you can rename the managers. I mean, I could never rename Dieter Maple. I mean, that's just a beautiful name. I couldn't possibly do it, but it is a good idea to rename. I could rename my manager something Star Trek related. I mean, if you're talking old generation too, Harry Mudd would be an appropriate manager. If you get a scummy manager, Harry Mudd would be your guy. Maybe you start with Harry Mudd and then you work your way up to like a Gene Roddenberry. All good.
It's the weird part of the night.
More level ups.
You're with Shady O'Grady on Stranded Radio. I'm doing my part to keep things weird.
Okay, what's the inspiration going up here? Okay, we're getting close to the top inspiration. We'll play this next gig, and then we'll, we got to take a break between that and Ottawa anyway for Sunday, so all good. Stu McCorkle. Oh, great name. Great name. There's honestly some fantastic. I mean, the randomizer in this is pure genius sometimes. Between band names and character names, it's just, I mean, so good. It's hard to believe it's random sometimes. They come out so well. But I guess, you know, monkeys and typewriters, as they say. But okay, we'll drive to Ottawa because we need to hit a hotel before we can play there anyway. Oh, I'm so disappointed. So very disappointed in that album. It's a crying shame. Okay, we're just about full of inspiration for the rest of these guys, so we should be able to get, yeah, 37 new ideas. That's perfectly fine. Perfectly acceptable. Okay. Happiness. Oh, hello. We got a 15 idea already from Uhura. Excellent. Okay. Very good. Got some more. Oh, here we go. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Okay, that's good for 14. That's still good for 8. Oh, I got a couple more down here. All positives. All positives. Like I say, I want to try and hang on to as many of these 10s and 15s and 20s as I can, because if we really want to bring it up to that next level, I really need to get some 20 matches or some 15 matches so we can start getting some 25s, some 30s, you know, some of those into there. You know, we got to start really ramping it up. But the only way to do that is just constant input of inspiration. All right, encouraging skirts. Appropriate for Uhura. Dieter Maple. His mother was German. His father, Canadian. His favorite music, Richard Wagner and the Tragically Hip.
I can feel the magic in the air tonight.
All right, Mr. Spock, I forgot you even still had the option. That was your final level up. We're just gonna dump it into these, even though it's a bit of a waste. Just because. What else am I gonna throw it into? Who cares, right? But more importantly, he's full of inspiration, so that's good. Let's head to Montreal in La Belle Provence, Quebec. I've been off work all week, and I have to go back on Monday, and I am already dreading it, even though it's several days away. You get a couple of days off, man. You get used to sleeping in and having some time to, you know, do some stuff and play some games and whatever, and it's just kind of like, now I got to go back to the grind. But listen, bills got to get paid. Maz, G'day. Welcome, sir, welcome.
O'Grady,
double level up. You love to see it.
Phones are busy tonight. Here's one by request.
There we go. Okay, let's hit a hotel. Let's hit a hotel room. Let's get this inspiration used up in Daniel's hotel. Danny boy, give me a room, $40. The price is right. How you doing, you handsome bastard? Had to be done. It's Kirk. It had to be done. Okay. Write a song. 32 new ideas. Look at all the wiggle waggles. There are both wiggles and waggles. It's very important to have both for successful songwriting. Oops. Look, this is crazy. Look at all these matches. This is fantastic. Okay, more matches. Some matching 6s. Oh, I love to see the 15s. I'd love to see the matching, but I will take it. Oh, look at the 6s. What's going on? This is unprecedented success. I'm not used to it. What else we got? We got a couple down here. Here. All right, well, that went very well. That went unexpectedly well. Again, I've got all these 15s. Look at all the 15s. I'd like them to start hitting matches. Okay, all these 15s are good. I'll keep an eye on these 10s because they're at 6 days. But I think we're still pretty good. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, we got to get to Sherbrooke. Beautiful Sherbrooke, Quebec. I'm assuming it's beautiful. I've only driven through it. Actually, I have more... The romantic camera. I kind of like that. Actually, I don't even think I've driven through it. I think I drove near it. My family would drive from Ontario to New Brunswick. And so we would kind of pass through large parts of Quebec. I only remember that when we were driving as kids through it. I mean, it's a ridiculous drive. It's a ridiculous drive from Southern Ontario to New Brunswick. I mean, we were in the car for like a day, basically.
It's the weird
and I remember as kids, we'd get excited when we saw Trois-Rivières, the city in Quebec, because that was like basically the halfway point between where we had to go to. So we knew, okay, we're in Trois-Rivières, we're halfway there. I do not miss those car rides. Ah, the Cold Blood Theater, my favorite theater. The last time I did the car ride out to New Brunswick, I'm trying to think when the last time I did. I went out there with my sisters. What was that for? Was that for my grandfather's funeral? Or was it for a wedding? I can't remember what that was for. But that was the last time I'd driven out there. And never again, honestly. I will fly. It's fine. It's like an hour and a half in a plane. Why am I going to go and... Well, it's a little more than that, actually. But what am I going to do? Drive all the way there like a crazy person? Hard pass. Hard pass. Have you guys ever done like a long car trip? It's agony. It's awful. I hate it. I drove 3 hours. I didn't drive, but I was a passenger. But we drove 3 hours just the last weekend to go up to the cottage, and I'm like, nope. I'm not enjoying it. I mean, it was fine. It went all right. But like 3 hours, I was kind of at my maximum. Anything beyond that, forget it. That's why I need to live in Europe. I could drive through 3 countries in 4 hours, man. You know? That's living. Everything's too far apart in Canada. I imagine it's probably similar in Australia. Just too much space. Too much space to traverse.
You're with Shady O'Grady, listening to the sounds
all right.
of the night on Stranded
I just want to get her playing up as quickly as possible. I feel like, I don't know, I haven't traveled enough in the States, but I feel like the States is a little bit more compact. I feel like it's a big country. It's not as big as Canada, but realistically, I mean, Canada's huge, but most of it's unlivable with no one in it. It's just open tundra. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a cheating that we're the second biggest country. When you look at the States is, you know, almost as big. It's a little bit smaller than Canada, but it's packed to the gills with people. I mean, packed to the gills.
It's Shady O'Grady.
All right, we finished that tour.
On Stranded Radio. The phones are busy tonight.
Oh, transporters. I would never do a transporter. Doing a transporter opens up all sorts of philosophical questions, right? Because the idea behind a transporter is that a transporter breaks apart all your molecules and analyzes them and then recreates them exactly on the other side. But are you, is the person that comes out on the other side, is that even you? Because none of the bits of you are actually physically going to the place where it's been transported. They're basically disintegrating you and recreating you. But is the you that's been disintegrated dead at that point, right? I would think at that point, like if I walked into a transporter, I would die, I'd be disintegrated and would be gone, and then the perfect copy of me would have all of my memories and think that it's continuing, and it would continue, but that's not actually me, right? So realistically, every time you go into a transporter, you're basically walking into a suicide booth with a cloning facility on the other end. Hard pass. I'm with Bones McCoy. Put me in a shuttle. Put me in a shuttle. I will pass. These are the kind of dark implications of Star Trek technology that we don't... that for good reason, they probably skipped over in the actual... That'd be a pretty grim episode to acknowledge that every character you ever watched that transported is actually died multiple times, hundreds of times over the course of the series. It's probably not what they were going for. Okay. And on that happy note, let's take a look and see what's going on here. Tomorrow night, the stiff requests, that's what she said. The wet friends, that's what she said. During the upset sheep. That's what the farmer said. Let's do the wet friends. That's tomorrow night. On Tuesday, Buy After the Dog, The Passionate Step, Fictions in the Parcel, Smoke Under the Back. What does that even mean? Addicts Since Stop. What? Okay, we'll do this one. Wednesday, we have some stuff. The Shrill Sticks, Leafs in the Science. Well, listen, as a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, we got to go with that one. Thursday, we got to see Dumb Stages again. Dumb Stages. Why can't I say stages? Stages, stages, stages. Stages? Stages. Got it. The Puzzled Snows. I like that. Elastic Arguments. Educated Lip. Let's do the Puzzled Snows. We got shows all this week. This is perfect. This is perfect for the in-between week on a tour. Friday, Neat Waste. The Right Organizations. Practical Transport. Man, there's a lot here. The Graceful Whales. I kind of like the Graceful Whales. Let's do the Graceful Whales. And then... Wow, look at all these. And then Saturday, we've got, of course, Battle of the Bands. We're going to go see that. Okay, so we are solidly booked for the whole week on shows. So we'll just do practice and shows and songwriting. And then I'll get the next tour booked now. So that basically we've got all this week to do practicing and tours. Practicing, songwriting, busking, and shows. And then we're ready to go. We'll roll right into a tour for the next 2 weeks. So let's get them working there. 200 kilometers away for a neighbor. Yikes. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you know, like all of my family, they live in New Brunswick, but they live out in the boonies. They live out in the sticks, right? So basically, like my hometown where all of my family live, it's basically a very long street where every now and then there's a house, and I'm related to someone in that house somehow, I'm sure. I mean, like my grandmother has a house, and then basically like in her back lot, so it's like basically behind her house is another house with one of my uncles. And then I got another uncle as a neighbor on this side. I got another uncle as a neighbor on this side. My aunt lives up the street. I mean, it's just a whole street full of my relatives on here, but it's like the biggest, longest street. So it's like you're going up this road and it's like trees, 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 trees. Oh, there's a little house. Trees, 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 trees. There's a little house. Trees, trees, trees. Like over and over again. It's a nightmare. So if you had to actually go and do something, if you want to go into town, it's a whole thing. You know what I mean? You couldn't, I mean, I would die out there because I don't even drive. I literally couldn't get anywhere. You can't walk anywhere. Hard pass, hard pass. Give me the big city. All right, it's like Green Acres, okay? I want to live in the big city. All right, we're going to start this tour September 6th. We're going to go for another 2 weeks. Let's go somewhere different. Try and find something different to do here. Anybody over 40. First one I get that's over 40, especially if they have a good name. We're going to take it. But the thing about having like a smaller town is that your neighbors are farther apart, but you know them all. You know what I mean? I've lived in the city I'm in for... God, how long have I been here for? I mean, just this last stretch, I've been here for 10 years? I don't know. When did I move here? 2000? I've been off and on to this city my whole life. So anyway, so I've been here for decades. But in this particular house, I've lived here for like 5 years. I don't know my neighbor. I think my neighbor this way, his name is Paul. I think this guy's David. One of them. There's a bunch of people that live there. I don't know. This guy over here's got a dog. I don't know what the dog's name is. It's, you know... I think that's the difference, is that when you get kind of out into a small town... Oh, hey, clothes from Snake. I mean... Clothes from Snake would make more sense, but... Okay. Let's see. Let's see. What are we going to call this one here? What do we call this? Short skirts and earpieces tour. There we go. We're just describing things about Uhura. But we're going to start in Miami. Sign that task. Beautiful. Okay, so for now, we're just going to practice. Getting the tour gigs booked here. All right. We're going to have to probably do some landscaping before we can do busking, but... Might as well get some busking done. No harm in mowing a lawn. So this is going to be the cycle. This is great because we can just keep that inspiration a constant flow. That's the only way that we're going to be able to get. Because if we can't get to these, oh wait, I went to the wrong place. I got a show I gotta go to. Here we go. Gotta see the wet friends. If we have a break, if we have a couple of days off, we've just lost that many, you know, that number of potential matches.
It's the weird part of the night.
What's everyone's inspiration at? We're just gonna practice. We're not gonna turn it in yet. Or maybe we should, because Uhura is probably gonna level up. Oh, we can wait. We can wait. We'll practice and we'll wait. Yeah, we'll just practice these up. That's fine. Okay, we got the tour sorted out. No problem. Something changed. Okay. Hometown pride, happiness, and consumerism is now in there. So let's take a look and see how that's impacted the song list. I don't think it's impacting anything negatively. Oh, a couple of things. Yeah, we got a couple of socialism songs in there. That's probably my fault, guys. You know me, I got to throw a couple of socialisms in there. But overall, I think we're in not too bad shape. I don't think we're that impacted us too badly. We'll survive. All right. Now we should be able to do a little busk. But I haven't written too many songs because I just want to try and just get everything built up first. I want to try and get a bunch of songs going. Or a bunch of those song bits, you know what I mean? The inspiration chunks. So once we start writing songs, we're going to write the good stuff. The good stuff. We want 50 plus. If it's not 50 plus, it's not worth it. We've already had a whole album full of 40s and it did nothing for us. We need to really amp it up here. That's actually a cool flag. I kind of like that. I mean, it's simplistic, but I like it. All right. We got some more inspiration. Very good. We'll head home. We'll do some more practicing. All good. Uhura doesn't have any drum heads. Oh. Man, okay. We're just gonna rest then. We're gonna take a little snooze. I mean, this just struck me now. Our apartment has one bed. Right? There's like 4 people here. Right? There's 3 dudes and a girl, and there's one bed. Listen. Doesn't sound like a bad time. I'm just saying it's something that needs to be addressed. I mean, like, where, like, there's nothing here to sleep on. That couch does not look like a pullout, right? Look at it. It's got nothing on this side. There's no way that's a pullout. Right? Even the cushions. Look, the cushions don't even detach. You couldn't do that. You're not going to sleep on the table. Right? There's no pullout in here. I mean, they're all sleeping in here. At most, you might be able to get someone squeezed onto that bench. But even still, that's some hot threesome action going on here in this bed. All right? How come I'm not getting any inspiration points for that? Every time I come in here and have a rest and have some 4-person orgy, I should be just raking in the inspiration. Listen. We can ask Todd. Someone, not me. Someone else can go into the Discord and you can ask Todd about that. If we can get, yeah, great idea for song ideas. Exactly. Someone go in the Discord and ask Todd if he can include orgy inspiration bonuses. Oh, don't actually do that. That would be a very bad idea. Okay. Are there any decent drum heads here at all? There's some decent drum heads. Thank you. Okay. We've got 3-1-1 and 3-1. Well, clearly, we're going to get a bunch of those. There you go. What about sticks? Couple of the stage 2. That's about it. Cymbals. Have we got any good cymbals? 1, 2 playing. 2 playing. All right, let's just do it this way. What's your best playing bonus? Bot, what's your best writing bonus? Bot, what's your best stage presence bonus? Nothing. There we go. We just got a bunch of them. It's fine. No. Let me clarify. We're not going to go on the Discord and ask Norm wants to know. I want nothing. I don't want to be mentioned in this at all right? I'm just saying, curious minds want to know if this is a feature that can be put in there. Just curious, anonymous people want to know, all right? Right, I mean, admit it, chat. When you've had orgies, you found it very inspiring, right? I know I have. Yeah, I like that jam. That's my jam right there. That's very Star Trek. I love it. I love it. All right, let's go see the show. Leafs in the Science. Yes, we love Leafs in the Science because they use the Toronto Maple Leafs blue color. I love it. And look at that. Look at that. Look at that flow. Look at that flow. Look at it. It's beautiful. Take that toque off. Although you're Canadian, take a toque on. That's okay.
I could feel the magic in the air tonight. You're with Shady O'Grady.
No, that's not where I want to go.
Listen to the sound.
I want to go home. Okay, we're basically full of inspiration. Okay, socialism is officially out. Nobody likes it. Happiness, hometown pride, consumerism. I'm not gonna be able to do consumerism. So, Kirk. What does Kirk like? Sex. There you go. There you go. Let's change outer space to consumerism. And let's change celibacy to hometown pride. There we go. There we go. We know that. Listen. Uhura is not about that celibacy. Come on now. Come on now. She can't look that good. All right. We're gonna try and write a song. We're gonna try and do some ideas. Let's get some ideas flowing. Boom. We got some threes. Very good, very good. All right. We're getting lots of sixes and stuff, but we're not really hitting. Hang on, I gotta sneeze. Whew, there we go. I muted it for you so you don't have to listen to it. It reminds me of my ex-wife when she would sneeze. It'd be like when you sneeze. All right, what do? Achoo. Maybe a second one. Achoo. Right? Done. Over. Right? My ex would be like 7 in a row, like back to back, like achoo, 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 and you just be waiting with the watch. Like, when is this stopping? It's inefficient sneezing. Inefficient sneezing. All right. That wasn't why we broke up, but it was just a little anecdote for you. Okay, that 15 is gone in 4 days, so I want to save that. So we're gonna get rid of something. Let's get. I guess we get rid of it. I have to get rid of that 10. I don't really want to, but we got to use some of these. Maybe I can write a song. Let's see what we've got. I think the pink one is going to be the difficult. So let's see if we can't use this one. 15, 15, 10, 6, 46. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not what we're looking for. It's not what we're looking for. 15, 15. Yeah, there's just nothing, man. We can't do this. Okay. I wish I had. I mean, I know why we don't, but I wish I could save more. This is where I wish that I could save more, because I've got all these good ideas here. I can't save all of them, but I need to keep them in the rotation so that I can develop them, right? Like, in 6 days, I'm not necessarily going to have a match for this. Right? That 15 is done in 4 days. That's at the end of 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if I write a song, if I try and write songs at the end of here in the calendar, I might still be able to save that 15 without having to move anything around. So let's try that. We're gonna press our luck a little bit, just because I need to get some hits on these 15s to clear them out. Start merging them so I can clear up space for new ideas. Yeah, I mean, I can save them that way. I've been trying to avoid doing that because I kind of feel like Like, you can do it, but I kind of feel like it's a bit from a role play perspective, it's kind of a little bit of a cheat, you know what I mean? In the sense that it's like, you know, it's kind of a cheeky way of doing it, you know, a way of getting around the rules, right? For me, I prefer to write a song knowing that I'm going to write the song, you know what I mean? And maybe potentially use it. So, but listen, at the same time, if I'm going to reach my goal, I might need to do it. Let's see how things turn out here by tomorrow, and then we'll see what's going on. All right, in the meantime, let's go and busk. That almost sounds like the opening of Star Trek, those first couple of notes. Beautiful. All right. Next song, here we go. Let's see what's going on.
Digs.
Thank you. Wealth is coming up soon. Okay. All right. Good to know. Thanks for the hot tip. Blue Fedora, have you got any news for me? No, you do not. Regular Fedora? Happiness, thank you. Happiness. Okay, we already know happiness. The Graceful Whales. It's true, yeah. I mean, you can think of it that way, where they're kind of like, they know they're not going to put on an album, but there's a part of it they like, right? I get that. We might do that then. We'll try to.
Weird part of the night.
We got to do something, because ultimately we need a way to develop these ideas, because we're never going to get, I mean, look how long it's taken just by sheer, it takes X amount of time before you can get enough matches to get yourself up there. You know, unless you happen to get really lucky, you know, it takes longer to develop the ideas. Like longer than they'll stay for, right? So you have to find a way to either bank them or do it that way. So I think you might be right. For now, let's practice, and then tomorrow we'll check and see what the sitch is. Battle of the Bands. All right, place your bets, gentlemen. Place your bets. The Shiny Moons, List at Manager, Seeds in the Plant, or the Successful Decision. I'm kind of feeling Shiny Moons. I kind of like that. We could. I wonder if maybe Moz, because I think 2 weeks is actually probably good, because you don't want to, I wouldn't want it to be lasting like a month, because it would almost be too easy at that point. Like, I like the fact that you can still develop things and you can bank some ideas, but I don't want it to be, as much as I want it to work for me in this particular instance, I don't want it to be easy, because the only reason it's difficult for me, right, in this playthrough, the only reason it's difficult for me is because of the way I'm doing this playthrough, right? Because I'm intentionally saying I'm not going to put any points into lyrics or music writing, right? On a normal playthrough, you would be obviously sinking in, even if it's not your primary, you'd at least be sinking in some points to it, right? And it would be fine, right? But because I'm handicapping myself, it's a particularly bad issue for me here, right? Yeah, like you'd have so many ideas, and it would be so easy to match them, and you'd have, even with a little bit of input, you'd have tons and tons. So I like it. I mean, maybe you could have some kind of options, like gameplay option, where you could opt to increase or decrease the number of days that an idea is kept for. So you could say, okay, maybe I only want the ideas to get 1 week. Maybe we're gonna speed run this baby. 2 weeks, a month. You know what I mean? Something like that, where you can, if on your particular, and again, some people, they play the game for different reasons. Some people don't want to have to, some people aren't looking for a challenge. They just want to just play the game and make a bunch of cool songs and have fun. And they want to skip all that, right? So I think it might be a good idea to do it that way. Yeah, like a difficulty setting, exactly. I mean, actually, I'm wondering if the difficulty settings impact that. I always play it regular setting, but maybe if you're on hard, maybe that's what they do it, right? If you're on easy mode, the ideas last for a month. If you're on hard mode, the ideas last for 7 days. And if you're on medium, ideas last for 2 weeks, right? Something like that. I don't know. Maybe that's already the case. I don't know. I always play at normal difficulty, so I have no idea. What was I doing? Practicing? Where am I?
Hey, you go to a
Okay, no, we're on the next day.
Don't be that guy.
now I look and sound like an old man. What's going on? Where am I? Why am I in a diaper? What's the strange place? I play normal difficulty on like every game ever. I very rarely go to harder levels or easy levels. I usually just keep it right on the normal, just the regular plain old normal level for the most part. Why? Because I am an incredibly boring person. Okay. The Kind Fold. We are gonna go see a show. Hot Tips Bowler Lady? No. Afro? Hometown Pride. We already know that, Afro. Thanks for nothing. Anybody here? Pigtails? Nothing? Nope.
Hi.
Nobody has anything. Hi. Nobody's got anything to say. Happiness. We already know that. Poorly advised hair and beard combo. Anything to say? No. All right. All right. Battle of the Bands. Who will be the winner? Who will be victorious? Some good hat selection on this band. I'm sure that will help them. Shiny Moons! Yes. I called it. I think Shark, did you call this? Who else did Shiny Moons? Someone else did Shiny Moons.
It's a nice, cool
Beautiful.
night.
Beautiful. Excellent.
Around with a window.
It's a good omen. Shark, yes. Okay. Rigged. Trust me, if I was inputting cheat codes, there's no way that I would I'd go through the trouble of putting in a cheat code so that I guess the Battle of the Bands winner, yet still miserably fail at every album release. That's I'm cheating wrong. I'm doing it wrong. Okay. Let's try and write a song. Let's see what we got. Let's get some wiggles and some waggles going here. Boom. 6. What else we got? Some stuff here. Do some hometown pride. Do a little consumerism. Get that going. All right, that looks like all we have here. Okay, so we've got a bunch of stuff here that we're gonna need to try and stash. So I think we might be right here in terms of just trying to take some of these ones that are close to death. Like this 15. We can save these two somehow. That would be ideal. We can stick a 6 in there. We can stick a 6 in there. All right, and here's how we're gonna name these songs. Here's how we're gonna name here's my system for naming these songs. Because my big thing is like, once I've got them, I gotta try and remember what the heck was in them. Now I don't have to. This song is gonna be called R15, B6, G6, P15. Okay? So now I know. Red 15, blue 6, green 6, pink 15. I know at a glance what I can tear apart. Although, I guess it still doesn't really help me in terms of these, right? In terms of the who's and who's it's, right? How long can I make the song title? Can I make red 15, triangle circle, blue 6, triangle square, green 6, square, oh no, circle square. We're going from top to bottom. P15 square square. There we go. Look at this. Look at this. It's like science, baby. Let's run that through the auto lyrics and see what it does with it. Maybe let's do that. I'm just insanely curious because they base the lyrics based on the title in some ways. Yeah, like that's what I'm trying to avoid, and that's always been my problem with banking songs, is that I've got all these songs that I know I've just got for banking purposes, but I've got to like click on each one to see if there's going to be a match. Whereas I know, okay, to make a match, because usually when you're looking for something, I've got 3 parts, like I've got a 20, a 15, a 20, and I'm just missing that last part. If I know I need a red triangle square, I could just take a look at the other ones and see if I have one. That's an easy way to check them. So there you go. Hot tip from Norm Can't Shoot. But let's, hang on. I really want to see what the auto lyrics generator does with this song. Okay. It's about happiness and it's entitled. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Rentas, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate the follow, and I appreciate the appearance of Mr. Bobby Bittman, as played by the great Eugene Levy, even more. But thank you. Much appreciated. Okay, so it's a happiness song, it's high energy, and it's entitled this. So what does the lyrics thing think about it? I'm dying to know. Here we go. View lyrics. What is life? The harder you fight, the longer he runs. What is happiness? The spinning wheel. We can make your happiness count. Say, okay, we can wait. Sin. What? What? Did the lyricist have a stroke halfway through that sentence? Only silence, so cold and alone. This little corner of happiness. That's kind of deep. 1, 2, 3, just a little bit of silence. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Your corner of happiness, your corner of happiness, corner. What is going on? Before the happiness, before the companion, what I thought was happiness is sinking in a deadly stream that has filled my soul. Oh my God, it's like looking into a 14-year-old boy's diary, his song lyrics. You know, you really are the prince of happiness now, or the price of happiness now. I thought prince would have been better. You always were the price of happiness now. 1, 2, 3, just a little bit of silence. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. What does 1, 1, 2, 1, 2 mean? What does that mean? What I thought was happiness just went away. Strong emotion drowns me out in sorrow. Wow. I mean, that's a catchy chorus. 1, 2, 3, just a little bit of silence. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Your corner of happiness, corner of happiness, your corner of happiness, corner of happiness. Rantas, I agree. I love this game and I wish more people were streaming it. But what are you gonna do? But if you're not already aware, there are several people in this very chat who stream it. Maz of Oz streams it. DB Gaming streams it. That's about it. In the chat right now, that's about it. But there are a couple of people. I've been pretty consistent for a year. I've streamed it pretty much straight for a year. And there are other people that stream it on YouTube. A lot more people on YouTube just kind of do Let's Plays almost, like where they'll just do they'll play the game, and like, I mean, Colonel Failure, for instance. I don't think he streams. I think he just plays the game and does his commentary and edits it and stuff like that. It's a lot more work and it's a lot better, which is why more people watch Colonel Failure than myself. But yeah, I'd like to see more people streaming it. I'd like to see it become a bigger thing. So hopefully, listen, it's been out there for a year. Hopefully this is gonna get things going. But that song was amazing. That song was absolutely amazing. Oh, you're gonna do a YouTube? Yes, Maz, please do. Please do. I've been thinking for ages about doing something proper on YouTube, because I dump mine on YouTube and I do a little minor editing, but nothing much. It's mostly just pretty much it's basically just reposting my stream with, an intro and like, a title screen and things like that. Like a little bit of extra editing, but pretty baby stuff compared to things like what Colonel Failure or like real YouTubers do. But I've wanted to do something more on YouTube, more like an instructional or like an introduction to the features, like a how to play kind of thing. But the editing is such a long process, and it's something that I've been getting better at, but I still don't feel I'm particularly good at. So You know, it's a lot easier to watch when someone's got it nice. You know, no one wants to sit. Not everyone wants to sit down and watch like a 2.5 hour video that I've dropped on there showing my entire stream. Sometimes I just want to be like, what's this game about? I'll spend 10 minutes watching or 15 minutes watching an intro to it. Sure, right? So that's the kind of content we need. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Muzz. It's a different when you're doing it straight to YouTube without doing it on Twitch. And this is my thought too, is that, you know, right now, as people are watching this on YouTube, you know, at some point in the future, you know what I mean? They're watching me interact with the chat, right? Which isn't necessarily something that the YouTube people are as involved with, right? Because they can't see the chat. They don't know, they can't see what's going on, right? I kind of try and make it so that it can be understood afterwards, but it's got one of those kind of you gotta be here things, right? Whereas I think that if you just do a role play at home with no audience and you just add your own comments and whatever, and you've got time that you could like stop for a second and, you know, if you think of something funny or something interesting to say, or if you flub the line or, you know, whatever, all of my horrible, you know, missteps, misspeaks, you know what I mean? You can kind of just go back and do another take of, you know what I mean, in the game. So I think that it lends itself to kind of more streamlined content. I enjoy streaming just because I like doing it with the live, like I like the chat. I love doing it here like with you guys and experiencing it all together, but it's a very different experience to a regular YouTube Let's Play. And I think that I think we need both of them. I'd like to do both of them, and maybe someday I might, but I'm just so lazy, guys. Oh, the crippling all-encompassing laziness is just so difficult. So Maz, hopefully you don't suffer from my affliction and you can actually start putting stuff out there. All right. So listen, I'll be watching it. That's for sure. So please do. All right. And like I say, someone like a Kernel Failure, like think how many people got brought into the community from Kernel Failure streaming that game. Just a big gamer, you know, doing it. You know what I mean? Tons of people found the game through Kernel Failure. So it's fantastic, right? So if that's a way that we can get more eyes on it by reaching a different audience, not a streaming audience, but more of a YouTube audience, perfect. You know what I mean? Okay. I got your Maz. Listen, winkety wink, I might have a lot more free time on my hand this fall too. Well, I don't want to speak too much on that until we have all the details ironed out, but you might be seeing a lot more of the old Norm Can't Shoot come October. But that's another story. Okay, what the hell was I even doing? It's September. What, is it daytime? Yes, okay. We're gonna go do some busking. And then we're gonna start the tour. Oh my god, I've just been yammering on this whole time. All the YouTube people have clicked off. If you're on YouTube and still watching this, bless your heart. I mean, you probably just skipped the last 15 minutes. They probably just went bloop. Okay, skip, he's still talking. Skip, he's still yammering. Okay, now he's playing again. That's the advantage of YouTube. If I'm rambling about socialism and you don't want to hear it, you can just bloop, just skip. Easy peasy. All right. Practice. Okay, let's get all these up to full. We don't need to actually practice the storage song. Yeah, there we go. I'm not gonna miss a gig if I practice now. Where is the gig? In Florida. How long does it take me to get to Florida? Oh, maybe, yeah. Maybe I do need to get there. Yep, you're right. You got me, game. You're correct. You were correct this time. All right, thank you, Maz. No, but like that's the thing about chat, right? That's the thing about Twitch. To me, like, I find it fun having conversations with you guys, right? Because the people that come in to watch, listen, there's two categories of people that come into the chat to watch. Either people who have been here a million times, they're part of my community, they love Rising Star 2, and it's fun talking the game with you guys and, you know, talking stuff like that because we're all kind of have this weird shared passion, right? The other thing are just like randos who are like, let's check out this game. And it's kind of fun talking with them too, because it's like, you know, I mean, I don't know what they think of me, but you know, it's fun too, right? I like the distraction. I'm just saying it's not necessarily great YouTube content, but maybe the hope is that anybody watching this in the future on YouTube, and you're like, why is this idiot just yammering on all the time to chat? You got to get into Twitch. You got to come check me out live on Twitch so you could be part of the community and chat all. You don't even know half the nonsense that I don't even read out on the stream. There's so much going on over here in chat right now that you could be a part of. Conversations amongst themselves. It's great. It's great. It's a whole different experience for it. I'd never, prior to a year ago, I didn't even check out Twitch. I never watched any live streaming at all. And then I started watching live streaming basically at the same time I started my own live stream, weirdly. I hadn't really watched a whole lot of Twitch before that even. And since then, I love it. It's like my preferred way to view game content. Like there's a million, you know, YouTube videos of how to play a game, but like 9 times out of 10, I'm just gonna go find someone who's streaming it and just watch them play it. Ask them questions, see what people are talking about, you know? So, all right. Let's clear the set list, and it's probably gonna be the same set list, but let's see what's going on. That song actually turned out to be a 42. That's actually like my 8th best song, this storage song we did. That's a good sign. Okay. Let me see. Let's start there. Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so one more. We'll throw in the apple. Yeah, let's try that. I don't know. We're gonna wing it. We'll try that and see. Yeah, I think that's gonna work fine. That'll do. That'll do. All positive. Look at all that inspiration. That's what we like to see. That is what we like to see. Inspiration. Off to beautiful Tampa, Florida. Florida. If you're reading a crazy news story, it probably took place in Florida. Especially if it has to do with alligators. There's hardly any crazy news stories that come out of Canada. I mean, not since we had the Toronto mayor that was a crack addict. Since then, things have calmed down a little bit in Canada. We don't get too many crazy stories up here.
It's the weird part of the night. You're with Shady
R.I.P. Rob Ford. You crazy, slightly racist,
weird
drug addict. All right. What's the album sales up to? I almost don't want to look. It's going to depress me. Yeah, not great. Not fantastic. Like, look at this. My highest selling is 172. That's a drop in the bucket, man. You know? I got nothing. I have no awards on my walls. Nothing. I haven't even won a battle of bands. Nothing. Bupkis. So that's what I mean. That's why to think that in the next 2 albums I'm going to go to #1 worldwide, I think is ambitious even for someone as self-delusionally confident as myself. I feel that that's probably too ambitious. But you never know, man. You never know. All right, let's head to Columbus. We'll hit a hotel. We'll cash in our inspiration, such as it is, and see what we got. Yeah, the album sales are just pathetic. Just pathetic. 28 new ideas. Okay, we can work with that. We can work with that. Maybe. Is there nothing? 28 new ideas and nothing matching. Wow. Not cool, game. Not cool. I don't think anything in imminent danger of getting rid of. We got a couple of 7s, but that's fine. We should be fine. We're gonna cash in again here, so we should be all right. But wow, man. The determined computers. All right, we'll keep playing. We'll keep doing the same set. I was just on the other monitor over here. I have the Star Trek page up where I've got all the albums for when I'm
Nice, cool night.
just about Star Trek, and it's got all the episode titles for when we write songs, and it's got a picture of all the original main cast members. And considering how long ago that show was out, there's a lot of them still alive, right? Kirk's still alive. Uhura's still alive, right? Nichelle Nichols is still alive. George Takei is still alive. Chekhov is still alive. That's like half the cast. We've lost Spock, Scotty, Bones, and Nurse Chapel, Majel Barrett. But for a show that was popular in the '60s, that's not a bad run. Of course, they just jinxed them all now. Now we're going to get some tragic news next week or something like that. There's been so many... I feel like I haven't been keeping up with celebrity deaths. So there's probably a whole bunch of celebrities that have passed away that I'm going to be shocked by. It's like, oh, wow, when did they pass away? Sometime in the last year. Okay. Level up again for Uhura.
Listening to the sounds of the night on
Good.
Radio.
Wrong map. Tallahassee. During the Broken Thought. Terrible name. Terrible, terrible name. Objectively awful. Go. Still no hits. Not a single hit this entire playthrough. I'm really hoping that we will get a hit before this next album. I think if we have any chance of reaching our goals, we're going to need to have at least one hit. At least one hit. I don't know, though. I don't know. All right, what do we got for songs? Give me something. Here's some Wiggles. There we go. Oh, even better. We got some 3s. Okay. A 15, that's good. Although we've got so many 15s and 20s in the blue, and I still can't get any of them to match. That's the frustrating part. Hometown Pride. Let's do Happiness. Let's do Consumerism. Let's do some more Consumerism. Hometown Pride. All right, we'll match these up. 3s. I think that's all the matching we can do. I don't want to lose that 10. When is that gone? I got 3 more days on the 10. So as long as I go midweek, I can save some of these 6s and 10s. So I need to make sure after this gig here, I come back and check stuff. No problem, Maz. Thanks for joining us. Anybody in chat, I'm sure everybody in chat already knows, but if anybody in chat doesn't know for some reason, go check out Maz of Oz. He's very good. Fellow streamer. All right, 3. So I gotta check. I gotta come back here in 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, I love that song. Shady O'Grady here playing your local favorite.
Napoleon Bearden Theater. Vacuum fast, Maz. DB's gonna rope you into some Rocket League or something.
It's the weird part of the night. You're with Shady O'Grady on Stranded Radio.
Greenville.
My part to keep things.
Oh, speaking of getting roped in, okay, so like my son, I love my son to death. He calls me every single day because he's a crazy person, and he has been rambling on and on and on about Raid Shadow Legends. Okay, he plays Raid Shadow Legends, and he tells me in agonizing detail all about it. So much so that I actually checked out Raid Shadow Legends and I started playing it, and it's fine. It's like a mobile game. It's exactly what you expect it to be, right? It's not amazing, but it's fine. It's, you know, passes the time, you know? And I said, does anybody stream this? Should I, like, as long as I'm sitting here wasting my time playing it, should I be streaming it? And people stream it, but like every stream is like sponsored stream. Oh, my first sponsored stream. And I'm like, so what? I'm supposed to just stream Raid Shadow Legends for free when all these other people, and some of these are even small accounts, are getting cash?
Nice, cool night.
Give me $1,000, Raid Shadow Legends. I'll pimp your game. I was playing it. It's all right.
Saying, have a great night.
Anyway, we'll see. I might do that. I might do that just for fun. Sponsorship or not, I'll do that anyway. I in a way, I wouldn't want to take a sponsorship. My problem with sponsorship is that I feel like if you were doing a sponsored game, you wouldn't really feel like you could give an honest opinion about it, right? I would only accept like if someone gave me a copy of a game to review or to sponsor. I mean, no one's gonna do that. I mean, come on, I've got like no followers, right? But like at some point, you know what I mean? If I were at a level where people would do that, I'd feel weird about it because I'd only do it if I could give an honest opinion about it. Because I'd hate to be in a position where I was streaming a game and being like, this part sucks, but I didn't feel like I could say it because I'm not allowed to. It's like, screw that. I'd rather just not get paid. I'm fine for cash. But like, I'm the chump, right? Like I actually was playing Raid Shadow Legends and it was all right. I thought about playing it, right? So I'd be the only jerk who actually bothered to stream Raid Shadow Legends without getting money in the back pocket. But such is life. Okay. We got to cash in some of these because they are on borrowed time. I think I might have actually missed them. I probably miscounted the days. Get over there. There we go. Hometown pride. Hometown pride. Ugh. Just cannot get... I cannot get the big matches. Okay, what am I going to lose? That 10 is on 3 days. Yeah. I mean, it's not the end of the world if I lose that 10. I'm not going to necessarily do a song to fix it. But it is frustrating that I just can't get these things to go. I mean, like I say, I've got lots of 15s, I got lots of 10s, so I shouldn't complain too much, but I need the big ones to match. We're getting all these little matches. I need big matches. Big matches. All right, Macon, Georgia. Here we go. We're almost done this tour. Let's see where we're at that point. I feel like Uhura is caught up enough that she's not really a liability at this point. She's fine. Obviously, it's going to get better as she gains more levels, but... We'll see if we can slap together some songs after the tour is done. I feel like we haven't got enough to do anything. I don't think we're gonna get a 50 plus. I hope that I'm incorrect, but I feel like we're not necessarily going to be doing that. We'll try our best. We'll try our best.
Here's one by request.
Let's get this going. I'm gonna miss this banner. I really love that banner. I might do that for the next banner. I like the superimposed lettering. I kind of like it. It's a cool visual. I wonder though, I have to take a look and see if I can find a picture, a Star Trek picture that has the band members. It's a very specific grouping. Spock, Kirk, Scotty, and Uhura in one shot, just them. I'm sure somewhere in the wide world of the internet that exists, but I gotta try and find it. Level up, perfect.
It's a nice cool night. Perfect for
all right,
cruising
tour
around
is
with the
done.
windows down and the system up. Shady O'Grady here. Saying,
There we go.
have a great
And
night.
let's head home to Washington, D.C. We'll try and write some songs and see what we can do here. All my albums are stinking. Okay, good to know. All right. Songwriting, 19 new ideas. What do we got? Okay, write a technology song. These Hometown Pride, one of these has to match at some point. Good Lord. Those matched up. Get over there. There we go. Right, all these sixes, all these tens, all these threes, nothing is matching. It's very frustrating. All right, that 15. We have a 15 out there. And that's about it. The rest of it's all hot garbage. I don't think we're going to get a decent song out of this one here, to be honest. I really don't. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating because again, you can get those 40s, but then how do you get that next level, right? How do you get that next level? What was that song that we just did? We just did the other 15 was a pink 15. So if I had a pink 15 that matched square square, I would take that idea, drop it in here, and then I'd be able to match it up, right? I think that's how it works. All right, so for now, I can't really write a song. There's really nothing to write a song with. The only one that's really I'm concerned about up here is this 15. I've still got a week on that one. So we're not in dire straits. We're not in dire straits on that one. I think... Oh, man. It's just so... I want to check and see what how our popularity... Like, our popularity is hanging in there. But there's only so long that's going to last. Right? I mean, I'm going to need to get a contract. But by the time that I develop a bunch of songs and then get another contract, who knows where those popularities are going to be. So it just makes it hard to gain that momentum on this playthrough, on this type of playthrough. Again, if I was on a normal playthrough, I'd pump up all of my lyrics and music writing. I'd churn out a whole bunch of 70, 80, 90 quality hits on the next album, and it would automatically boost it up to compensate for the lack of popularity by the increase in quality. But here, trying to get a 60 is killing me. The idea of getting at some point a 90 popularity song is just absurd. It's just not going to happen. All right. And there's no other way besides releasing albums to really effectively increase your popularity across the board, or even to halt its down, its decrease. Right? You need that cycle of constantly churning out the albums that I'm just not being able to do. Well, listen, what are you going to do? I think actually it's like a few minutes earlier than normal, but I think that I'm going to call it there, guys. So I don't really want to start another tour yet. And that's really what we need to keep doing. The band is doing, let me see if we can change any of these yet. Or I think we're okay for these. We're okay for the attitudes, that's what I was looking at. So I am liking the shirt. I am liking the shirt-skirt combo. That turned out better than I expected. I wish they had a more Uhura hair, but that's as close as we could get. But it's good to have Uhura in there. The band was getting to be a bit of a sausage party. You know what I mean? We need to have, maybe that's what we were missing. Maybe that's what it is. You can't have a bunch of dudes. They're going to screw it. You get enough dudes in one place and they're going to screw it up. You know what I mean? You need to have a woman to come in and set everybody straight and say, okay, look, let's get some stuff done here. All right. Maybe that's what's going on. All right. Let's beam back over to the bridge. All right. There we go. So we did some touring. We have Uhura in the band. She's very good and improving rapidly. We need to continue to grind out that inspiration so that we can get some songs written. This is the biggest problem. Although I do like the locking system. I do like locking them away in songs and then listing them that way. So we may just have to do that. We may just have to just keep locking away these things, and then after, probably what I'll do is I'll go on a 2-week tour, right? During the tour, as I'm getting the inspiration and as I'm writing these song pieces, before I lose them, I'll lock them away in a song. Just there, it's there. Whatever, it's done. It's out of sight, out of mind. And then at the end of the tour, I can take a look and see what have I got versus what have I locked away, and are there any other matches we can make? And just look at it that way, because it's a pain in the butt to have to go through and review them, even with the naming system that I've done. It's a pain in the butt to have to actually look at them and think about it, right? So you don't want to do that on the fly, right? But at the end of a tour for 2 weeks, inspiration, write, lock away some ideas, write, lock away some more ideas. And then at the end, we can take a day and just reassess where we're at and pull any parts we need to and try and develop it that way. I think that's what we're going to have to do. We got to come up with new strategies to game the system. New strategies to try. We're in desperate straits. We're in dire straits, right? We've got 2 more albums to go to reach our goal, and we have a very large gap between where we are at and where we need to be. So we got to pull out all the stops. All right? But that's why I'm here on Twitch. That's why I am here. Every good idea I have ever had has basically been the inspiration of chat. And probably like 75% of those have been from Shark specifically. So listen, we were talking about earlier, if I was doing this exclusively on YouTube without chat, I would have failed at every single thing that I did, because I would forget to do stuff. I wouldn't have it would just be an absolute nightmare. So I appreciate you, chat. I appreciate you. I also do get good ideas from comments on YouTube, in fairness. So in fairness to my YouTube people, even though you're not here in the chat, you do watch me and you do look at my stupidity and you do comment to tell me how to help overcome my stupidity. And I appreciate that. It's much appreciated. So that's going to be it for tonight. I'm going to be back again on Tuesday with Trek Tuesday. I'm going to try and get all the YouTube stuff sorted out. So hopefully you're seeing this at some point this year in 2021. The plan is to try and get most of it resolved this weekend or early next week. So we should be all caught up there. And I think that's gonna be. Let's say goodbye. Let's say goodbye to the YouTube people, and then we'll do a raid. How about we do that? Okay, everyone, goodbye, YouTube people. Goodbye, YouTube. Hello, future.